Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation. We are live in Studio B with your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play. I am Spencer Linton alongside Jason Shepard. And as promised, we now welcome in assistant women's basketball coach John Wardenburg and one of the team stars, Marya Hudgins, with us. Good to have you both in Studio B.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
And a fitting time because we just revealed the entirety of the non-conference schedule. So now you have the full rundown. Coach, we'll start with you. When you look at it top to bottom, how do you feel about the always tricky balance of the schedule?
Really feel, we feel like we've done a great job of getting teams that are going to test us and prepare us, obviously, for the Big 12. We have a good mix of road games, a good mix of home games, have a nice little trip to the Virgin Islands mixed into that thing. And it's fun. It's going to be a great schedule. It's going to prepare us in every way to get ready for the Big 12. So we're excited about it.
Just make sure Shep brings his sunblock for the Virgin Islands, okay?
Yeah.
Trust me. Look at this. Look at this skin tone right here. I'm going to need as much as I can possibly get.
No tough lessons this time around, okay, Shep?
Yeah. What does go in? How much work goes into putting one of these non-conference schedules together?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a lot like dating. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. And when you're as ugly as I am, you get a lot of experience trying to, because it's not like, you're calling people and it's not like they're, oh, yeah, we'll go play a Big 12 team, for example, or we're not going to the Marriott Center, or they call us and we're like, no, we're not traveling for one game to LSU or whatever. So you got to find teams that A, want to play you, and B, fit the mix. A lot of teams right now, for example, in buy games are using that money for NIL money purposes. So they want top dollar. We're not going to pay exorbitant amount of money to get teams. So it's a lot of work, and then try to fit it in with everybody's schedule. Their schedule, ours. Do we play 3 games a week, 2? Do we have time off in between? How about the girls? Are we, how do we care for them and make sure? So we're excited about this schedule, really are.
Marya, what do you like most about specifically the non-conference portion of the schedule? Because it's been a while, but now it's official.
Yes, it's super exciting. I think we have a schedule that's going to set us up for success in the Big 12, so I'm super excited. I'm most excited to play at Portland on my birthday. All my family's from Oregon, so that'll be super fun to have a family reunion there, but it'll be super exciting.
A birthday family reunion?
Yes.
It's a lot happening emotionally there.
I've also got to imagine that regardless of who was on the schedule, you were going to be super excited to play. After coming off the injury, you played 7 games last year, and I know you've worked really, really hard to get back and ready for this year. How excited are you to be able to be back on the floor?
Yes, I'm so excited. I've put a lot of work in the offseason, specifically this summer. We're only allowed 8 weeks, but I've stayed around for 14 weeks now, just with our freshmen especially, just kind of putting in the work on the off season, like in the weight room, doing extra conditioning, getting up shots to make sure that I'm ready and at full go once season comes around.
You've both mentioned preparing for Big 12 conference play because it is a grind. And certainly the non-conference, you want to be able to allow you to do that. That said, there's also the tricky NCAA tournament component and wanting to have a strong enough resume because the committee values non-conference strength of schedule so much. So, Coach, how much thought process went into that portion of piecing together this schedule and finding the right partner in your dating scenario?
Well, there is a lot that goes into that, and what's their net ID, what's their net number, all those kind of things. For example, the Portland game that Marya brought up. Portland presses, they play a zone. Well, that's going to help us a little bit down the road against West Virginia, for example, when we play them. So there is a lot. We're just trying to win games. Like, we have a goal, and we're not, Lee can talk about all that stuff, but our team, we just are trying as hard as we can this year to get in the NCAA tournament. And we're going to play our way into that. Winning games, winning in the Big 12. Having, for example, Marya back is absolutely huge for us. I will tell you both that having her hurt last year really hurt us overall throughout the rest of the season. Her toughness, her ability to make shots, rebounding, and having her back and leading. She's not going to say it, but her leadership has been absolutely on point all summer long. So, but it goes into it. But we got to just win. Just win. That's all it's about.
Well, and Marya, besides you coming back, obviously you do have some returning players, but there are a lot of new faces on this roster, a lot of very young, talented freshmen coming in, some transfers. Give me an idea, give our viewers and listeners an idea of what this team is like, because you guys have obviously gone through the summer workouts and things like that. Talk about this team and the vibe around this group.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. So for my first 8 weeks, I was with all of the girls who are going to be coming back. So it was really cool to kind of be back in the flow of things with them. I feel like we all bring a lot of experience, fight, and intensity. I mean, everyone is a different player, so it's kind of cool to see us all mesh together. And then as I've stuck around, I've had the opportunity to be with all of our freshmen, and then Lara, who's our one transfer. So, I mean, it's just been cool to kind of see them learn our system. I mean, I'm also learning a new system with Coach Lee, so just kind of being able to see what they're able to bring to us and to kind of be able to balance between what our returners are going to bring and our freshmen and transfer are going to bring. It's been super cool to kind of see the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
John Wardenburg, assistant women's basketball coach, and one of his stars, Marya Hudgins, on BYU Sports Nation. Last year, and I know that there's some emotional tension there because you're so close in so many games, and I heard several of your teammates and you coaches talk about we just have to learn how to win in those clutch moments. Teams just sometimes have to have growing pains to go through that to learn how to win when it gets really tough late in the game. So how do you simulate something like that in practice and learn from those tough lessons last year to make you feel like you are going to take that big next step forward?
Well, I think in team sports especially, the adage of get old, stay old is so important. And to have Marya back, to have, in her experience, to have Brindley Cannon back and Cambry Barber and Delaney, girls that have been through this, and Hattie, and we just have a good group of, and then Heather and, Ari, is coming back off of 2 years, has been around, but we have a good group of experienced players. And then these new freshmen that we brought in and transfers, Lara and these freshmen, they just bring I don't know, a joy. I don't know what the right word is, but they just have brought a great enthusiasm to play. And I'll tell you the other thing that I really love, and she's probably heard this before, but I love chocolate chip cookies, okay? But we have a great mix of sugar and flour and salt and
Butter.
Lots of butter.
We have all the ingredients, and that's what makes this team fun, I think. We just have a great mix of different ingredients that I believe is really going to show people and surprise people this year.
Well, I'll be using that analogy for the next 7 months.
Who else wants cookies right now? Anybody else?
I'm just saying, I don't even have a deal with anybody, but I'm just. But it's true. If you have too many of one type of player, it just you have a ceiling that you can get to. I think with this group, we have so many different types of players and different strengths and different abilities that I'm really excited for the future.
When the men's non-conference schedule came out, one of the things that everybody looked at was the fact that they're going to play 3 games at the Delta Center. You guys are also going to get to play a game at the Delta Center. It'll be the first time since 2012 that BYU women's basketball will play at that arena. It'll be part of a really cool doubleheader where the women will play earlier and the men will play at night. What a great opportunity, and I know you probably love the fact you get to play on an NBA court.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's super awesome just being able to play at that stage. I mean, everyone loves BYU sports in Utah, so I know that it'll be really cool to have us play and then the men play right after. I think there will be a good fan base there.
Yeah. That's a really cool opportunity for both programs.
We're so thankful, Shep, to the Jazz organization, to our administration for allowing us to do this. It's a great opportunity. Part of, you ask about scheduling, there's another thing. You have Thanksgiving, but then that first week of December, we don't get into the Marriott Center because of Christmas around the world. The following week, second week of December, is finals. So we try to avoid, and it's hard to find games. And the fact that we can go to the Delta Center on the 3rd on Wednesday and play there and, not have to travel far, it's a great opportunity. We're thankful. We really are.
We'll finish with this. Coach, you've been close with Lee Cummard for a long time. You've coached him. You've watched him ascend through the ranks now that he is in the coaching profession. Why do you feel like he is ready for this moment?
Well, I recruited him, signed him, our staff, but followed that dude around for a long, long time, for 2 years. And the one thing that has always stood out for me with Lee is he doesn't really care about the name on the back, but he loves BYU and he loves basketball and he loves these girls, and he has that passion that is really going to make a difference for him. I think the sky's the limit for him in terms of this coaching profession because of how hard he works, the passion he has, and how, the love he has for his players. So that's a good combo.
We appreciate you both being here. John Wardenburg is looking for an NIL deal with Crumble Cookies.
Hey,
Mrs. Fields, whatever.
We'll take anything.
I will get on that for you.
Yeah, Mariah wants in on that action too. Okay, very good. Again, joking aside, we appreciate both of you being here and are super excited for your season. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma to go and crush it.
Thanks.
Get ready to tip it off.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.